receive something quite late, and so I wasn't able to PDF them. But inshallah, for Monday, we'll have them up, inshallah. All right, Bismillah. So today we're going to start a new journey, and the journey today. Does anybody remember what the journey today is about, or where we're going? Whose story are we journeying into today? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Excellent, good. So first, before we get into the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, I just want to say Jummah Mubarak. Okay, happy Jummah to everyone. And today we are going to pack our bags with the following words. Okay, ill, angry, harm, nicely, mean, and burn. Okay, so you've got a range of words there, 6 words. If you have pen and paper, can you write them down, please? Okay, let's write down these words: ill, angry, harm, nicely, mean, and burn. I'll write them here as well. Ill, angry, harm, nicely, mean, burn. Okay, so write these words down, inshallah, because these are the words that we're going to take into our backpack for today's journey. Ibrahim was a prophet of Islam. May Allah bless Ibrahim alayhi salam. The people of Ibrahim were bad. They prayed to stones. They did not pray to Allah. The people of Ibrahim were bad. They prayed to stones. They did not pray to Allah alone. All the people went out one day. Ibrahim said he felt ill. He stayed behind. He had an idea in mind. Oh, apologies, I seem to have a frog in my throat today. Okay, so this is an example of where Ibrahim alayhi salam would have stayed. Who can tell me something which is a bit strange about this particular picture? Something which seems a bit out of the ordinary, you wouldn't expect to see in a picture. Sand home. Okay, yeah, but that was normal for their time, that the homes were made out of sand. Ah, well done, good. Well spotted, Ahyan and the others. There is indeed an axe. As we're going to see, the axe is going to be very crucial to the story. Okay. Oh, and there we go. For those who didn't see the axe, there's a close-up of the axe. Okay. Now, what idea do you think Ibrahim alayhi salam had in mind? Okay, so the axe will give you a clue. Now, just to go back again. Okay, what did we say? We said that the people of Ibrahim were bad. They prayed to stones. So they prayed to idols. They didn't pray to Allah alone. So, does anyone know what he's going to do, what Ibrahim alayhi salam, what his idea with the axe was? Yes, indeed, to break the stones with his axe, to smash the idols. Exactly, that was Ibrahim alayhi salam's idea. Ibrahim went up to the stones. He gave them lots of hits and broke them into little bits. Okay, so Ibrahim alayhi salam, he went and he smashed up the idols. Does anyone know how old Ibrahim alayhi salam was at this time? Does anyone know how old Ibrahim alayhi salam was at this time?
7.
7. He wasn't 7. He may not have been able to pick up the axe if he was 7. Does anyone have any idea how old he was? 19. He wasn't 19. 25. No. Anyone? No. I mean, we don't know for certain. Okay, we don't know for certain. Ah, good. Well done, Mariam. Okay, so what I've heard is that he was 15, right? So he was young. He was a shab. He was young. So he was around 15 years old, but certainly he was young. We don't know the exact age, but we know that he was young. Okay. Now, here's an example of the idols that are smashed up, but one of the idols was left. And as Imad said earlier, okay, or Aisha said earlier, that he left the axe with the biggest idol. So you can see the other idols all smashed to bits, but this one here, actually, sort of scrolling up and down, let me zoom out. So you can see the full picture. There you go, okay? So that is the example. Now, what happened next? The people came back and they were very angry. But Ibrahim spoke to them nicely. Okay, and that's very important, right? It's important that we remember that. That Ibrahim alayhi salam, how did he speak to the people? He spoke to them nicely. And I'm going to put a circle around that word, okay? Because this is a word that we have to bear in mind at all times, that we have to speak to people nicely. Now, what did he say to them? He said, the stones do not help you. They do not even harm you. All that you have is from Allah. He made you what you are. Pray to Allah alone. Do what Allah likes. That is our aim in life. Now, that phrase, pray to Allah alone, do what Allah likes, that is our aim in life. Have we heard that before? Where have we heard that before? Anyway? Yeah? Where have we heard that before? Anybody remember where we've heard that before? Okay, so some haven't. Okay, some of you have heard it from the... So I'm talking about this particular phrase here. Where have we heard this phrase before? From Adam alayhi salam's story. Good. And where else? Where?
No.
Yeah, Nuh alayhi salam's story, that's right. Okay, so we've heard that before, because what? All of the prophets, they all came with the same message. And as we look at the other prophet stories, inshallah, next week, we're going to see that they all came with the same message, which is what? Pray to Allah alone, do what Allah likes. That is our aim in life. Now, what else? What else did Ibrahim alayhi salam say? He said that the stones do not help you. Right? The stones do not help you. They do not even harm you. All that you have is from Allah. He made you what you are. So nothing can help you or harm you. That everything comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because only Allah has the power. And we know only Allah has the power, and we say it when we say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. That La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This reminds us that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power and the might. Okay, and so look at that. We can see the size of their idol there. Look at that. That idol, which Ibrahim alayhi salam didn't smash, is absolutely massive. And all the other ones are smashed around him. Okay, that's a colossal size. Is big, yeah, it's bigger than the trees by the looks of things, okay, and it's bigger than the house as well, okay. Now, the people did not care. They were very mean. They wanted to burn Ibrahim. Wow. They made a big fire and they threw Ibrahim, but Allah made the fire cool so the heat did not harm him. Allah saved Ibrahim. He was Allah's friend. Allah made him win in the end. Now, I don't know if you know about this, but they say that the fire that they built for Ibrahim was so big that not even birds could get close by, because any birds that got close by to the fire would fall into the fire. They would get burnt because the fire was so hot. So even the birds, okay, if we try and draw a small picture of this, okay, let's have orange for the fire, okay. So you had the fire, okay, at the bottom, right? So that's the fire there, right? And then the birds that were flying overhead, okay, that the birds, even up here, the birds, they couldn't fly, right? Because the fire was so hot that it was burning the birds, and the birds were then getting destroyed. And so how could they throw Ibrahim into the fire? Because if the birds couldn't get close to the fire, how did they throw Ibrahim alayhi salam into the fire? Does anyone know? Anybody know how they managed to get Ibrahim alayhi salam into the fire? From very far, yeah, but how would they get him into the fire? That's the question. Hold on, we've got someone here. Yes?
With a catapult.
With a catapult, exactly. So they had to have a big catapult, right? Not the sort of catapult which you use. They had to get a massive catapult and fling Ibrahim alayhi salam through the air. Now, when Ibrahim was in the air, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibril, angel Jibril, to Ibrahim to see if he needed any help. And you know what Ibrahim alayhi salam said to Jibril? He said, I don't need any help from you, Jibril. Okay, I only need Allah's help. Okay, and so Ibrahim alayhi salam, as he was going to the fire, what did Allah say to the fire? Allah said, fire, be cool. Okay, be cool and safe for Ibrahim alayhi salam. And Allah has power over the fire, so Allah can say whether it's going to be hot or it's going to be cold. And the fire was cool for Ibrahim. And as Maryam, as the bottom has said very nicely, that Ibrahim alayhi salam said that it was the best time of his life. That the time that he spent in the fire, okay, which was cool and peaceful, was the best time that he spent in his life. Now, of course, none of you should go near the fire, because the natural sunnah of Allah is Allah makes fire burn, right? And Allah always makes fire burn unless in special occasions Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stops the fire from burning. So you shouldn't go near fire. But for Ibrahim alayhi salam, the Prophet of Allah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stopped the fire from being hot, and Ibrahim had an amazing time in the fire. Okay, there you go. Look at this. Look at the size of that fire. I mean, those are not sticks of wood, right? What are they? Those are tree trunks. Okay, those aren't sticks for the fire. Those are tree trunks. So they've used tree trunks and they've made a fire. And if you look in the middle of the fire, you can see it's blue there, because what is cool for Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay, Allah told the fire to be cool. Okay, now we've come to a rest point. Okay, so we have a little stop on our journey. Ibrahim, if I just zoom in so you can all read that. Ibrahim was just a young boy in this part of the story. So you can tell how brave he was. Okay, you can tell how brave and how clever he was as well. Because Ibrahim alayhi salam, he knew that the idols couldn't help him. He knew that they couldn't benefit him. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, yeah, the fire. So it was so big. Honestly, yeah, we don't realize how big it was. And so he realized that nothing could help him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. MashaAllah. What a clever young lad he was. Now, we have the words ill, angry. Luckily the houses were made of stone, so they didn't get burnt. Actually, to be honest, the fire was further out. The fire was further out. It wasn't right next to the houses. It's a good point though. Okay, so we have ill, angry, and harm. Now, I want you to write down, okay, a story, a sentence using the word angry. I want you to write down a sentence using the word angry. So just the word angry. Okay, I want you to write down a sentence with the word angry. Okay, the Prophet was angry because people were worshipping idols. That's interesting. Okay, I don't think he was angry, to be honest. The Prophet was actually, he was sad because the people were worshipping idols. Because the prophets, they didn't get angry for themselves, right? So I say that, it wasn't the same. Shaitan was angry because Imad said Bismillah, and he said to himself, we don't have any food or shelter to sleep. Very good. Yes, that would have made the shaitan angry. Every time you say Bismillah, the shaitan gets angry. That's very true. Well done, Imad. Very good. The people who worship the idols are angry. Yes, they were angry. They were angry because Ibrahim alayhi salam smashed up the idols. That's right. Excellent. Good. Well done, Zishan. So you remember that the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he spoke very nicely to the people. And that's how we should be. When people are angry with us, okay, we should always be nice to people, and we should make sure that we don't get angry with people. We always speak nicely to people, because when you speak nicely to people, things will happen. Okay, good things happen when you speak nicely to people. Sometimes you want something, okay, maybe something, a snack to eat, or you want, or you want a new pair of trainers, and if you speak nicely, you're much more likely to get it than if you speak in an angry way. Okay, people were angry because the Prophet smashed the idols. That's right, exactly. They were angry. Even though the idols, they didn't help anyone, they didn't benefit anyone, but they still got angry. Okay, so that is the end of our journey today, I'm afraid. The time's gone very fast. I apologize that we had a couple of minutes less than normal, but let's just finish reading this. That the people tried to burn Ibrahim, the people of Ibrahim prayed to stones. Allah saved Ibrahim, so the fire did not harm him, and Ibrahim alayhi salam smashed the stones. Okay, so Ibrahim alayhi salam, he smashed the idols, right? So they've written a summary of the story for you, right? But these events are in the wrong order. So what I would like you to do, okay, if you can, just take a screenshot of this, or take a picture, or write it down, okay. And then what I want you to do before, inshallah, Monday, when our next session is on Monday, is just try to put those in the right order, okay. So what came first? The people tried to burn Ibrahim, or the people of Ibrahim prayed to stones, or Allah saved Ibrahim so the fire did not harm him, or Ibrahim smashed the stones. So try to take a picture of that if you can, okay. Yeah, so what I want you to do is take a picture, or write down these words very quickly, right, in this little purple box here, and that is in the wrong order, so you have to put them in the right order, inshallah, okay. It's just something for you to do, so that you've got a grasp of the story. You don't have to send it to me or anything, okay. You just have to do it, if you want to, okay. So I'll give you a couple of minutes, inshallah, to take a note of that. Okay, but that's the end of today's journey. Inshallah, on Monday, we're going to continue the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay, so have a great Jummah. Make sure you have your Jummah treats today, and make sure you stay home and you stay safe, and you make remembrance of Allah, that you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So next week we still have to finish the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then after that we are going to look at the story of Musa alayhi salam. Okay, everyone have a great weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.